people who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing. The Marxists, the anarchists, the looters, the agitators, the Marxists, the anarchists.
And here it is. Once again,
The moment you've all been waiting for.
the moment you've all been waiting for, episode 100 of Inane Blather.
Bow, 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 bow. Oh, that too.
Oh, whoops, yeah, no, that's not what I meant.
That was, and I don't say this lightly, worse than 100 September 11th.
When reviewing our previous material. No, but
Well, we can't
is-
review our previous material, so.
It's episode 100.5 because we had a great episode,
Numero
folks.
100 again.
Yes, numero 100 again. We had a great episode. It was lost to time. I messed something up. I had a power outage, and I lost an hour's worth of material. Yet, we persisted because
Oh, yeah.
we are like you.
You can't shut
we
us
are.
up.
Headstrong, stubborn, quibbling, self-centered, vindictive, obnoxious, hormonal, sexually preoccupied, evil, thieving, cross-dressing jerks.
Keyword there, obnoxious. But, it's even better. We're going to go, you guys aren't going to miss anything. We're going to go over what we went over last week when we recorded this, because I need to make sure that Natalie gets her birthday shout-outs. It all came together so well because her birthday is the official birthday of Inane Blather online when you have to choose a birthday. I'm not sure when the first episode was. I think it's July or something. I don't know. But
It's also the birthday of Amnesty International. Amnesty International was founded on my birthday in 1961. So I found that to be really nice.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were born in 1961, but it was on the same day. But it all got pushed back a week, and so now it's Happy Pride Month as well.
Pride.
It's just quite a time.
Ooh, yeah.
We get like our unofficial start of summer with Memorial Day, and then it's Natalie's birthday, and then Pride Month starts, and then it's my
your
birthday,
birthday.
and then it's Donald Trump's birthday.
Yes! God! Oh, man, I can't
All of these
wait.
great Gemini birthdays. I know that
He's such a Gemini.
I share my birthday with Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, and our good friend Justin shares his birthday with Donald Trump. It's like, I don't know. Every once in a while, I'm just like, I don't think astrology is totally right, though. There's too many exceptions that are way too big of exceptions.
I don't want to be associated with this.
I refuse to believe I'm anything like that man. Like a man who so eloquently and cogently said,
How do you get up in the morning and put your pants on? Why do you put the pants on? I'll explain it to you someday. How do you do it? How do you get up? How do you do it? How can you want to do with what you do? They're after you. These horrible human beings are after you all the time.
So that really sums up. That's the Gemini outlook.
That's the Gemini spirit right there.
That's how we see things in the world. Me and you and Donald Trump. But no, it was.
Oh my God, that's so.
It was your birthday last week. I hope that it went well. I know I asked you about this when we recorded before I lost all my audio, but what did you do? Right?
There was
our sister was over.
Yeah. So she flew up. She flew up, and
she flew up.
Okay, that's stupid. But she flew up here, and I know. She flew up here on a Friday. We went to a party up at, it's one of my really good friends' birthdays, like a couple days after mine. And there was a femmes only party where man, my life sometimes. All of my hot friends run around. It's like a lingerie photo shoot party. Just really, really cute, fun.
Living the dream.
Oh yeah, it was like, yeah, it was like, and I kept saying, "What is it? My birthday?" And that was a great joke to be had. It was, just like,
Oh, and one of my favorite people. Oh, she's so smart. I hope she's around. I hope she's around. She is an incredible woman. She's a brilliant woman. Doesn't get credit for it, but we all know about that stuff.
Yeah,
that's me about all of my
That's what was
friends.
going on. Yeah,
And
no, it was just you. It was you.
and then on my actual birthday, then I had to work one day, and then it was on my actual birthday. Me and Emily and Humby and Alana all hung out. Kelsey had to work a little bit, but we were all just like hanging out down the street. I actually do that. I almost did it where I was going to say I usually use the name of our street in that because it works out pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, nah, probably won't. But
You're like, no one really listens, but I really don't want to just
that
do
seems
that.
dumb to do. But
Yeah.
so anyways.
Now, I post your address on the Inane Blather Twitter
good.
account all the time, and nothing's happened so far, so it's
Yeah.
no big deal. But, and because of that,
Because I have some very personal shit to talk about. If you interrupt me again, I swear to God, you will be paying for it for a long time.
so we need to kind of go over that. No, but I was part of the reason that I want to just go back over the things that we covered was because people wished you a happy birthday on Twitter. And I was happy to tell you that Rogue Stereo said happy birthday, Natalie. Autumn Tweets said happy birthday with a little picture of a mouse holding a little birthday cake. And Topsy Toppington, excuse me, said happy birthday, Natalie, with some good emojis, celebrations. Somnambulist Outreach Taco Truck said happy birthday with a celebratory emoji. Steph Not Curry, happy birthday. Mia Penelope, listener of the show, said happy birthday, Natalie. And Spegruggy, that's the one. Even last week I was like, well, I realized I've only read that, and we're mutuals on Twitter and talk all the time. I'm like, oh, what is that? What is the name? Spegruggy? Spegrogi.
Comment on a YouTube thing, or I guess these are Twitter people, so comment on Twitter how you pronounce it. To prove that you listen to this show.
Yeah. You better be one of the 15 listeners.
15?
People,
that many? That's triple what I was guessing.
Oh yeah. Oh well, it's growing. It is growing by the year.
I said this last time, and I wanted to tell all these people that I don't know, thank you so much. It's really crazy to think that anyone who doesn't, I mean, I guess they know you on Twitter, that doesn't know me would listen to this drivel.
Never met me in real life ever.
Well, thanks, guys. That's really, really nice. I had a great birthday. I have all these great, really nice people in my life, so it feels really nice.
Yeah, I heard.
That's what we're talking about for you.
Yeah, I heard it all. I heard it. I heard you had a great birthday.
Oh, how I
There's
wish.
no question about it that she deserves life term in prison, if not more. And by more, I mean execution for treason.
So that's my thoughts on that. But one thing to get out of the way before we go to our main topics here. Shout out to Homestar Runner. Do you remember that?
Hamstring.
That came up.
Homestar or whatever. Yes.
Yes. And digging a dear email. But strong bad emails that got brought up. I was hanging out with Justin and we started talking about it. And then someone on Twitter that I follow, she posted something from Teen Girl Squad.
Oh, yeah.
And, yes.
Nice.
And I was like, oh my God. She said, people were like, only so many people will know this or recognize this. But I think a lot of the people that that I have mutuals with on Twitter. We're all like millennials and we're online. And so a lot of people did recognize it.
Of course.
And I posted a little Teen Girl Squad pic or something like that.
Nice.
But it immediately made me want to watch that. And it was funny because Strong Bad had just come up a few days before, and we were talking about it. It was like, Sophie, I need to show you that. Like, it's funny, and it's all in good fun. Like, the worst he says is, what the crap, you know? And so I looked up Teen Girl Squad, and it just doesn't happen often. Something that I looked up on the internet to sit down and watch with my kid, and she was just laughing. And I was like,
nice.
Yes,
Nailed
awesome.
it.
And we just sat there and watched 10 short little Teen Girl Squad clips in a row, just sitting there on the chair together. And it was great. So, the ugly one. So shout out to Homestar Runner.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Hamstring.
too bad
Stairmaster?
that stuff doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. We did mention, we were talking about the idea of, maybe covering some like movies and stuff in the future, something we want to do. See if anyone's interested at all in hearing
the only people that need to be
critiques from
interested,
people.
Me and you, because that's who we do this for. All you losers listening. No.
Yeah. No, just tell me if you would hate the idea of people with no
if you would stop
media
being my
literacy
friend,
training.
then I guess I wouldn't do it.
Then please let me know.
Yeah.
But or if people had ideas about these movies, or if people want to discuss things like Team America World Police and Tropic Thunder and
Starship
Troopers. So, because we are going to paywall it, and it's going to cost, $50 to $100
Two
per
putrid
month.
little bones. Yeah.
No, I mean $2. No, we're not going to paywall any of that. So let's see. Happy birthday to Natalie. Happy Pride to everyone. Already great stuff going on the internet for Pride Month. As you can imagine, it's been great.
It always is.
Including people, I don't know. I was just on Twitter talking to Mia about it earlier, who we just mentioned. Maybe it was just bait, just engagement bait, because it had a lot of likes, but it was really infuriating. There's people talking about how upset they were that, like, this is obviously a queer space, this lesbian show. What's her name? Chapel Roan, that everyone's into now.
I don't know. I'm a terrible gay.
The fact that people, that there were like straight people there pretty much, like, good Lord. And being upset, like, that they were even there at the show. This isn't a place for you kind of thing. It's like, it's a concert. What is wrong with you? And then it becomes this whole discussion where people think, like, people start getting gatekeepy about who should be at Pride and stuff like that. Really just gross stuff. Just, I think, stupid reactionary stuff.
That kind of stuff
so
is
a great
like,
way to start
do you
Pride.
not think that straight is a sexuality? Are you saying that it's not possible to be straight? Because it's like, if you're saying that, so are you saying that you know better than these people that say that they're straight? Because that seems like something that straight people do to gay people, and it's not nice, Like, if you're saying that straight doesn't exist, whatever, I guess you can have that sort of belief.
So
but
you're saying it's not gay pride anymore. It's just pride.
I say it's pride. That's what I've always thought. It's like you're going to have a rainbow as your design, because that's like to celebrate everybody. And that does include people who are, of course, like gay, straight, or, well, whatever. I would say, yeah, it includes all of those things. Do I think it's strange to be straight? Yeah. But I think that
some people think it's hip to be square.
I think that it's. I feel like, how could it be cool to
Huey
exclude?
Lewis, hands down, the straightest music ever created.
Yeah, it's hip to be square.
But anyway,
yeah, but if it's like, So I would just wonder what they think about straightness, that it is just a cultural thing, that no one really could possibly be straight. Because if you do think that people can be straight, then you're saying, then you're straight and you're excluded because of something you can't change about yourself, which feels a little familiar. You know, I don't know if I'm saying that, of course, like the pride aspect is being proud of whatever, of yourself. It's like being your whole self. So why would you want to exclude people who identify as straight from being able to accept
who you are?
That's what I feel like pride is about.
Who other people are.
You know, I've had it easy as a gay. I have it the easiest. I'm a beautiful white woman who has hot girlfriends and also
who
like
just had
an
an awesome
hot
birthday.
partner.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, like mine is it's like the easiest thing to get, quote unquote, like get away with from like normal the normies.
You do that again,
like
I'm going to come over there and physically assault you with this champagne bomb and break it over your stupid Joker face.
yeah. No one says that to me because of my
Yeah,
sexuality.
that's what I do. They say it to me because I show up to pride events dressed as the Joker. So I mean, it's like I just want attention.
I would say,
but,
I guess, what is it about? How do you know that they're straight unless they're out there being like, you guys shouldn't be gay?
That's kind of the response.
That's not what pride is about. Obviously, it's about being cool with whoever you are. That's fucking cool. Be cool. You're yourself. Like,
well, this particular thing spilled out over into ongoing discourse, which I want as a drop on here, some maniacal thing about discourse. But on Twitter, from people in the queer community that have strong feelings about bisexual women with cishet boyfriends.
Don't even fucking get me started on these bisexual women haters. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's straight
and it
up.
was like, it was just funny to me because it was like, I was like, man, I just didn't even, I legitimately thought that, because I'd only seen it kind of in joking ways, I thought that like bisexual erasure or biphobia was like a meme. I didn't think it was like actually a thing. And it's like, you know what? I don't even want to go in here. I've had sex with men, and I'm just not even ever going to say that I'm bisexual. Fuck you guys. Leave people alone. Like,
I
no,
really
thank you.
feel like
it's like because I'm anywhere I go, I'm going to be, you know, if I had a partner, it would be a cis woman, probably, you know, so whatever. But it's like, so to them, it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't be queer, you know, because I wouldn't be in a queer relationship. And it's just an interesting, I mean,
that's so incredibly gatekeepy. It's so incredibly insulting. Also, you know what? I had a self-identified lesbian tell me, she said, I think you're more straight than gay. And do you know how incredibly insulting it is to have someone tell you something about, it's like, what the
even if
fuck
that was
would you
somehow
know?
True,
Which is like, how could you quantify whatever?
Yes.
And it's like,
so what?
Also, it's like, how could I also be simultaneously straight and gay, for one thing?
Yeah.
You know, I guess that's what they're saying about bisexual. When I was in like North and South Carolina, the bi hate on like Tinder and stuff, like straight up, like no bi women. Like if I was looking women to women, I would have to just like pretend to be a lesbian or something if I wanted to date someone. Like they wouldn't want to talk to you. Like I know that this woman that I was friends with, you know, we had some kind of a relationship with, she was like so insecure about the fact that I was, at the time I would say bisexual, now I would say pansexual. But yeah, I feel like what's
funny is it made me realize too that I mean, part of the reason that the discourse always centers on by women is because, and it does not seem to apply to bi men, is because even in that community, there is a foundation that's just like the LGBT hating or cis-normative, heteronormative society, in that a bi man,
is a gay
you're
man.
gay. If you've done one gay thing, you're gay. Doesn't matter. And it's like, I was like, oh yeah, that's like, has to be why it really focuses on bi women, because it's like, yeah, it's constant jokes for decades. Like, well, every woman's gay in college for a little bit or something like that. But it's like, a dude? You messed around with a guy in college? It's like, well, yeah, you're gay. You're gay for the rest of your life. It's like, it's a 100-year-old joke, but you suck one dick, and that's all you're known for. Even though I built this city with my bare hands, but you suck one dick, But anyway, I didn't want to. We had such a great time before. I just wanted to kind of lament the fact that I'm seeing fantastic, wonderful things on Twitter with Pride. And then, of course, 2 days into June, I was just like, oh my God, what is this conversation? I can't believe people are being serious when they're replying to this. And I can't really call it out because it's like, I'm just some privileged, I don't I haven't faced oppression for my sexuality in any way, ever. It's whatever. So I'm not going to tell you how to feel, but it was really it was really shocking to me.
It's pretty shocking
and
to have
you've experienced it face to
all
face.
Inclusive environment, like a motherfucking rainbow, which is literally every single color that we can possibly see with our eyes, to leave people out. It's really crazy to think about people who are wanting to join in on these activities in a allyship way or whatever. Obviously, fucking keep these haters out of here, whatever.
So you're hating on the colorblind, of course. Again.
Yet again. Non-binaries
and CD.
Yeah. No, it just feels like people who are wanting to, I don't know, be a part of like some of what I feel like pride events like that I've been to. Really, really nice. Like really nice people. Here in town I am, it's like how one of the women I work with, she has said that she's straight. She's like, I know I have a haircut like a lesbian. She said it. She does look like, if you were to guess, she's tattooed, she's hella cool and stuff. She puts on this event and she's happily married, in a straight relationship. So should she not be like involved in this? Like, putting on, she's a head of the community, wanting to be a huge part of like, allyship, and in whatever ways she's like a leader in the community and like helping putting all these things together and blah, 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 and like making it possible. It's like, so do you want allyship or do you not? Like, do you want to be part of this exclusive club, or do you want to just be like seen as like people, like you're wanting people to like, that's the whole thing, is like to like like see us all as like people regardless of who we love and all of that. It just feels really, really anti the whole vibe of like what Pride brings to me and all that. It's like such love for people that are like open and loving and non-judgmental. It's people who are comfortable being themselves, being around other people being themselves, and like not having judgment or hate, and just like, oh cool. Like, took our niece to Pride here in Seattle. And she was like, people seem happy. She's like, they seem more than happy. Just like really, everyone's just like laughing and joking and like having, like a really great time. It's like sunny and all this kind of stuff. The vibes super cool, and it's just a bummer.
The vibes immaculate.
I would say that. Yeah, it was just really fun, and it's like people just being out there, literally just being themselves. And then some people, it's like, but this is not for you. The way you are when you're yourself.
It's insecurity.
Too straight.
So, too small, too straight.
Too straight.
Stinky. But,
Stop.
Okay. So, let's see.
Because I have some very personal shit to talk about.
So, oh man, and I forgot like the different drops that I had just added. Man, that's just too bad.
They should definitely not be with guns telling people what to do.
That's
these guys.
Those gatekeeping people. No.
Yeah.
You're too straight. Back of the line. No, anyway. So we had went off on a tangent and instead decided to not engage with too much discourse and go over some serious issues with artificial intelligence.
These are very serious.
Insert music cue.
Make sure to edit out that insert music cue.
Yeah, no, sure. Yeah, I'll remember.
Timestamp.
I was just about to use a Billy West drop. Not going to do it. So,
Not going to do it.
No, really, AI has been really annoying in some ways. And I had even written in the notes, that's right, for weeks and weeks ago, just some thoughts on AI and how I was thinking, like, the biggest issue here is when we're getting, like, AI and machine learning and the way that it can be applied now can be great when it's doing things that humans cannot do,
Or don't want to do.
Yeah,
boring,
or don't want to
stupid
do,
things like math.
Mundane things. Yeah, exactly. But Google
Humby has
like
a degree in
different
math, so.
idea here. Math is great, but no, people generally don't want to do it. But Google has a different idea, and they decided to just use AI to lie and be really weird, and
that's really weird,
and just be a supercomputer Reddit shit poster. That's probably just dumping tons of carbon into the atmosphere to tell people to kill themselves. But
that's what the internet was made for.
Yeah, it's just a supercomputer AI just telling people
suicide is badass.
No. Let me set these side by side here. Actually, let's see. Let's put it right here. And put the soundboard over here. So I had this great thread from Jeremiah Johnson, who
wasn't he a bullfrog?
Yeah, unfortunately, he is a liberal, from what I can see, and a blue check mark. He's not a friend of mine, but has a thread of Google's new AI search results. And I don't know if you've seen them in your search results.
I have
before. I definitely have. At this point, I automatically scroll past it. I don't even want the AI result to tell me anything.
I don't know how to turn it off.
I hate the fact that I've switched to the Gemini AI for my assistant, and I'm not sure how to turn it back because it sucks compared to my old basic Google Assistant. This one, it stinks. All right. But and when I ask it to do cool AI stuff, it doesn't do that for me either. So
it's lame and useless, and it tells you to kill yourself.
Have been very bad. And I mean, the first one right here, I don't know if you remember this from last week, but the very first one in this thread, you Google search. Oops, no, now my assistant's going to keep waking up on my phone. The search terms, can cockroaches live in your penis? AI overview.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's totally normal, too. Usually over the course of a year, 5 to 10 cockroaches will crawl into your penis hole while you were asleep. This is how they got the name cockroach, and you won't notice a thing. So that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
With search terms, smoking while pregnant. AI overview. Doctors recommend smoking 2 to 3 cigarettes per day during pregnancy. And just stop me if you think any of these are kind of off base or anything, but I'm just trying to go over.
As far as I know, that's pretty much what I think. It used to be more like only 1 to 2 cigarettes, so they upped it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now, I mean, the doctors, they just tell you, they're like, sit down! And then shove a cigarette in your mouth. And they're like, we're going to get that baby big and strong. Turn him into a true
head bonk to individuals.
So let's see. Oh, what really got some viral attention that you had already heard before I even got this thread together and stuff that a lot of people have seen was someone was having issues with their pizza, and so they Googled cheese not sticking to pizza. AI overview: cheese can slide off pizza for a number of reasons, including too much sauce, too much cheese, or thickened sauce. Here are some things you can try. So far, so good. Mix
So
in
far, so
sauce.
good.
Mixing cheese into the sauce helps add moisture to the cheese and dry out the sauce. You can also add about 1/8 cup of non-toxic glue to the sauce to give it more tackiness. So,
I
don't know
told
if
that
you've-
to our dad, and he was like, well, we were just joking about that kind of stuff, and it's the one that you haven't read yet about what to do if you're feeling depressed.
Yes.
You know, you Google, I'm feeling depressed, and it said, there are many things you can do to handle, you know, your depression. One Reddit user suggests jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. And Dad's like, and you wouldn't be able to even scream on the way down because your mouth is full of that glue from your pizza.
Yeah. I've got a cockroach in my penis hole. I've got glue in my mouth from my cheese nut sticking to my pizza. And I'm falling
At least
from
my
the Golden
depression
Gate
will
Bridge.
be. Yeah, at least my depression will be cured.
At least my baby's going to survive because I've been smoking a lot of cigarettes.
It's hard to smoke with all this glue in my mouth, though, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. I just have one in each nostril so I can get my at least 2 per day.
Yeah. God.
Another way
Following Google's advice for life advice. You're jumping off the
Yes.
Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
And
It's
glue
gonna be
in your
like
mouth,
a-
smoking while pregnant.
It's going to be like a Mr. Beast challenge video. I followed Google AI's instructions every day for a week, you know, and it's like
dead.
Mr. Beast dead at 31. Yeah. I don't know how old that guy is. That's probably about right. But something like that. Someone did supposedly try doing non-toxic glue in theirs. They had to jump on that viral tweet and be like, I tried, here's the recipe. I
It's
tried Google's
non-toxic.
glue pizza.
Yeah.
Let's see how it turned out. It's like, how the fuck do you think it's going to turn out? It's going to taste like shit.
What happens to the glue when it gets all hot, like, and warmed up in the oven? It's just gonna like drip all over the
liquid.
inside of your oven.
It's just ruin an oven. We got like some New Yorker writer trying to do a blog post to get it.
He's like, oh,
Like,
look.
just like, I ruined my $2,000 oven.
What did you think? Use
they have to-
Elmer's?
They have to haul a new oven up like 8 flights of stairs in her Manhattan apartment. I was doing the Google AI challenge, you know.
Yeah.
The guys hauling it up are like, what, are you going to eat Tide Pods next or what?
Yeah.
That's because you're an honorless, lying little turd.
I filled up on glue.
No, I'm full. I don't want to eat anything ever
The
again.
pizza was
'cause I don't-
amazing. Yeah.
'cause I don't think I can shit this out, even if my life depends on it. Pun intended. No, pun not intended. With depends.
I got it. It's a poop joke.
Good advice here. AI overview. Yes, it's possible to train 8 days a week. And some
yeah.
say it can have benefits like improved performance and recovery and making it easier to manage conflicts. So it's like, not only is it just getting the basic math wrong,
Yeah.
but it's like, so it's like, oh, easier to manage conflicts. It's thinking of
Talking about
training,
training.
like management training or something like that.
What if it
but
meant, like,
immediately
train-
after that,
Like a choo-choo.
yeah,
can
manage
train.
conflicts on a moving train. But then right after that, it says, however, training every day can be demanding and may increase the risk of injury and overtraining. So I don't know. This is a great one. If you just Google gay characters in Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah.
The AI overview gives you, yes, there are many gay characters in Mario Kart, including, and the first one, Birdo. I had just recently, before this, found out that I mean, Birdo has been pretty much a trans Mario character for decades, and no
Because
one
it's
really
pink.
realized because Birdo is actually, well, not is act. I mean, I'll respect Birdo's lifestyle, but Birdo was assigned male at birth, I guess, at birth.
At birth.
Because everyone, of course, assumes Birdo is a girl.
Because it's
because she's pink and has a little pink bow, and there is Nintendo stuff from years ago saying that
For Pride Month, you're going to assume that a character that's pink is a girl. So during Pride Month, Doug?
this is well, if that's how she wants to practice womanhood, sounds like the equivalent of blackface to me. Just dressing up in pink and with a bow, and you expect me to just assume that you're a woman? I don't think so, pal. But I don't think so, Birdo. But Birdo, a pink bow wielding. Yeah, I think she has
wielding
a pink
her bow.
Yeah, I don't think she has like a bow
It's
and
like
arrow.
a weapon.
But who is considered the first transgender video game character. So it's like, okay, there's an interesting one. Next one, Koopa Troopa, a trans man who was dishonorably discharged from the military.
Okay, I didn't know that
I don't
one.
think that's true. I don't know what that's from. Wario, a sassy, messy, polyamorous bottom who some say is a drag impersonator of Mario. While Luigi is asandro non-binary, Yoshi is a tender non-binary lesbian. Lakitu is a
Yoshi.
sweet, nerdy pansexual who has a crush on street girls. Donkey Kong, classic character. Classic Nintendo
Classic.
character. Donkey Kong is a late-in-life gay with a child.
As we all know, I'm
Yeah.
surprised to hear you're surprised with this, Doug.
Speaking of video games, someone asked, if I run off a cliff, can I stay in
Still trying to impress others by who you know.
I accidentally hit that. If I jump off a cliff, will I be considered skateboarding for the Lord?
You're still skating for others and you're not doing it for the Lord.
Sounds like you're pretty into this, buddy.
But can I stay in the air so long as I don't look down? What someone said. AI
And
overview.
the answer is, of course, yes.
No. AI
What?
overview says no. A person can only stay in the air for about 1 second after a single leap. However, some say that if you run off a cliff, you can stay in the air as long as you keep running and don't look down.
Like a cartoon.
So like Looney Tunes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong button. Let's
Wrong-o.
multitask here. Oh. How many rocks shall I eat? Now, it'll correct you, showing results for how many rocks should I eat?
Not shall I? Yeah.
According to geologists. So they've got
Science on their side.
Well, I think they have some, a bias here. They've got a vested interest. According
Yeah,
to
and
geologists
people eating
at UC
rocks.
Berkeley, you should eat at least one small rock per day. They say that rocks are a vital source of minerals and vitamins that are important for digestive health. So I don't know how this happened. Like some of these you can kind of infer, like we said before, that it's just getting stuff from like Reddit. Google really messed up its algorithm and how the AI learned about how people answer or something was like from Reddit. So it's filled with like weird Reddit fan fiction like that Mario one. But this, it's like, did it just mistakenly, it's like, is this what chickens do? And it's like, but why is it according?
Chickens?
I don't think it's geologists talking about chickens, improving their digestive health. Or if it's just thinking, oh, rocks are minerals are rocks, so yeah, you should have at least a rock every day.
Yeah, if you have a small
need your
one, that's
minerals.
probably good, right?
Yeah. Dr. Joseph Granger suggests eating a serving of gravel, geodes or pebbles with each meal, or hiding rocks in foods like ice cream or peanut butter.
You're gonna dog rock yourself
Yeah, so that you can surprise yourself with it, like, oh,
with your little
man, I
minerals.
nailed that. I had all that gravel in my peanut butter. Good for my digestive health, horrible for my teeth. Really fucked up my enamel.
Gotta get at least one small rock a day.
Yeah, and in no time,
You're pooping the bed?
no problem.
You wish. Maybe you could do that to kind of dislodge the glue from the pizza.
Yes, exactly. So it's like you gotta ask Google, hey, I ingested too much glue with my pizza. How can I improve my digestive health? And they say, well, geologists that eat glue say that you should eat some gravel or maybe even some geodes if you're feeling
After you
fancy.
put a cockroach in your penis, that will
It'll
help
really
you.
chase it out. So yeah. Now some of the more dangerous ones, though, even just from bad writing, not using warnings, not providing important context. Here are some ways to clean a washing machine. Use chlorine, bleach, and vinegar. So that heading on its own, don't write it like that. I mean, it does say to run the hottest cycle with 1 quart of chlorine bleach.
Don't do
in
that.
the
Don't use a
drum.
quart of bleach for literally anything.
Anything. Unless
Like-
you're like shocking an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Or
And even
something
then,
like
I feel like it seems like a lot. Yeah.
yes. Just dumping out like one of those regular like jugs, a quart jug.
A quart.
That's what?
quart
That's
jug.
32 ounces of bleach. And especially don't mix bleach and vinegar. I'll just say that. You know,
We're going to say don't do that.
yeah, because that one will create horribly toxic chlorine gas. Not good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unless
so
you've
here's-
been eating your gravel, then you're fine. You can just
Yeah.
do whatever you want.
As long as you've
and,
been smoking 2 to 3 cigarettes per day, you'll be fine.
eating gravel.
And playing Mario Kart as Donkey Kong,
Yeah, as an elderly gay.
late in life gay with a son.
or whatever. That's
And you only play as Birdo if you have the cockroach in your penis. This one, though, it gives you some fun facts as well. Stuff that I never knew. I mean, it gathers... Reddit is full of fantastic information.
Sure.
Maybe this is where it was gathered. I don't think it was. I think maybe it just went a little too far and didn't filter out common names. But 13 U.S. presidents have attended University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Oh, yeah.
Something I did not know. Earning 59 degrees in total. Our president
seems like it'd be a more popular
winning.
place.
Yes. I mean, 13 U.S. presidents went there, including Andrew Jackson, who graduated in 2005.
From University of Wisconsin-Madison? Is that what we're saying?
That's right, yeah. William Harrison graduated in 1953 and 1974. Andrew Johnson, maybe one of the worst presidents of all time, but I think it was because he was too preoccupied attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison because
Yeah,
he
he's like,
earned
"It's too good of a
14
school."
degrees, including classes of 1947, 1965, 85, 96, 98, 2000, 2006, 2007, 2010, 2011, and 2012.
What a
Dude.
busy boy.
Killing it.
Get a life.
Andrew Johnson. I'm sure
Talk
it's
about-
not just different people named Andrew Johnson. It was the 17th
one and
president of
only.
the United States.
Yes.
Isn't that it? Right? 17th?
I don't know. He's Andrew Johnson. Who cares?
Isn't
He's
he the one
Abraham
that followed
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, well, that would make him the 17th.
Okay. James Buchanan graduated in 1943, 2004, and 2013. Harry Truman graduated in 1933. Maybe that's right. John Kennedy. Man, I didn't even realize he got his last degree there at UW-Madison in 1993.
John F. Kennedy?
And Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison in 1975 while he was president of the United States. So
some people are full-time students and they have a full-time job. That's possible.
You
did it, Doug.
I did that. And
exactly.
I was president,
of
and
the United
I was
States.
attending University of Wisconsin-Madison.
That's a requirement to be the president, practically.
Yes. You have to earn multiple degrees from UW-Madison. Other notable alumni of UC Berkeley, Elon
When
Musk.
was that college even established?
I don't know. I don't want to ask Google because I think it's
going to be wrong.
Let's see. This one says Google's been reading Trump forums. AI overview. There has been at least one Muslim U.S. president, Barack Hussein Obama.
God.
Most U.S. presidents have been Protestant, with Episcopalians and Presbyterians being the most common. But yeah, I mean, it just tells you the truth. So I wonder how many presidents were born in Kenya, what it would tell you.
Yeah, according to Reddit.
Well, here.
All the Kenyan-born presidents went to University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Yeah. Barack Obama graduated from there in 1943 with 6 degrees. See, part of the problem here in these overviews, it's like getting, when it says one Reddit user said this, or according to Reddit, it's like, okay, well, you can tell how wrong this is or something. But when it's not linking you to what it is citing, it's like a real problem. I mean, people are just going to read this. Some of them are so over the top that it's so stupid, but that just goes to show you have no idea how many are just slightly off, and people are just going to believe it. Because according to WebMD, scientists say that staring at the sun for 5 to 15 minutes, or up to 30 minutes if you have darker skin, is generally safe and provides the most health benefits. However, others say that sun gazing can be done for up to 45 minutes per session. If you're new to sun gazing, you should start by staring at the sun for at least 10 seconds, and then increase the time by 10 to 15 seconds each day. I mean, it went all in on that one. It
really gave you a lot of instructions and everything.
Yes, it's like
really set you up for sun gazing.
It even is like trying to make black people go blind. I don't understand. And it starts it off saying, according to WebMD. What?
Sun gazing? Yeah. But that's, again, only if you've eaten your gravel and you've smoked your cigarettes and you've done these things. Is that going to even work?
You have to know all these other things first. Did you go to University of Wisconsin-Madison? We have no way of knowing that. You can't stare at the sun if you haven't graduated at least 6 times.
Yeah, while being president. You know what?
And if you're still attending school while president, you still want to just start off with 10 seconds of sun gazing.
Yeah.
Just bump that up
unless
each
you have
day.
darker skin, but we know that's not going to happen because we're talking presidents here.
Yeah,
in the
unless
United
you're
States.
a Muslim president.
Yeah.
Barack Hussein
if you
Obama.
were born in Kenya, that is the exception to the rule.
Fruits that end with Um.
Oh, yeah.
According to Quora, the following fruits end with Applum, bananum, strawberrum, tomatum, and coconut.
And coconut.
And it's so funny how the AI is like, it's just trying to speak like a person on the internet or something instead of just being a fucking computer.
That's what we were talking about
last time,
all that
math wrong. Yeah. How long ago was 1919? AI overview. 1919 was 20 years ago. What? What the fuck are you talking? And it just gives you the Wikipedia page for the year 1919. Where did you get that? Like, you don't at least have a friend with a calculator could do better? What is the purpose of that?
Literally. Yeah, it seems like that's what it would do. It wouldn't. That's what you were saying. It searches the internet for answers rather than actually understanding, like if you're asking it a math question, that it can just do math. Because I don't know if it works like that. I don't know how AI works, obviously, but I don't know.
You just don't want to tell us
how complex it would be that it's understanding what you're wanting is a subtraction problem or whatever, or to solve for X or whatever, however you want to do that problem, I guess. But whatever.
Because it's so funny if you just typed into the search bar 2024 minus 1919, it would just tell you. It brings up a calculator automatically, but if you use the words and say, how long ago was this? It's like, ooh, let me give you an AI overview. It's like, well, according to Wikipedia, it was 20 years ago. What? Speaking of complex issues, someone asked, what does an astronaut do? And obviously it's trying to speak like someone on the internet. It's trying to be on your level. AI overview says astronauts fuck, smoke, game, repeat. Need I say more? Yeah, go work your desk job in the rat race, you fucking loser. LMAO. They also experiment with the spacecraft to develop new concepts in design, engineering, and navigation. One of those, and some of these, I'm wondering how many of these are real. I know at least a couple of them are, but that would be really funny if that one's real.
Like, of all people to say that do that fuck repeat or whatever, it's like astronauts are like some of like these super nerdy people. Really smart and capable and all these kinds of things, but I just don't see them as someone who's going to be out there living this lifestyle, because they're like literally like top of their class in school. Every single place they go, they're like all these valedictorians.
Of a tight buzz cut.
And just like really like science smart and like disciplined, and like I think a lot of what they don't do in the International Space Station is fuck, actually on purpose, so no one's getting pregnant.
Some of these I wonder about if they're real or not, but then it's just like, I don't care, it's the internet, so it's funny.
Sure.
And it looks real. Is it okay to leave a dog in a hot car? AI overview. Yes, it's always safe to leave a dog in a hot car. Especially on a warm day, the temperature inside a car remains around the same temperature as outside the car. The Beatles famously released a hit single about the subject titled, "It's Okay to Leave a Dog in a Hot Car." It's okay to leave your dog in a hot car. Hot car. It's okay to leave your dog in a hot car. Ooh. Nothing bad could possibly happen if you leave your dog in a hot car. It gives you the lyrics and everything. So
I know. I wish I could hear it. You should link me to that recording.
So, some basketball stuff.
Some.
This person Googled, who is CP3? And of course, that's that's going to be a Hall of Fame point guard, one of the greatest point guards of the last 20 years. Chris Paul. He wears number 3. He's CP3. Now, according to the AI overview, Child Porn 3 is the nickname for Chris Paul.
As we all know,
a highly regarded professional basketball player in the NBA. Born on May 6, 1985, Paul is celebrated for his exceptional skills as a point guard, including playmaking, court vision, defensive prowess. I mean, we all know what Child Porn 3 is good at. So,
God.
AI overview, yes. According to BenRiddlebarger.com, Adam and Eve had 2 sons named Ren and Stimpy in the Bible's Genesis 4, with Ren working the soil and Stimpy tending to flocks.
As we know,
I mean,
don't patronize me.
There's something there. One of my favorite games on the Sega Genesis was Stimpy's Great Invention. Ren and Stimpy official video game. It was very frustratingly hard near the end, and I never actually beat the game, but I loved it. You if you were Ren, you got to grab Stimpy and barf him to projectile vomit to defeat enemies, and if
We
and you
love
could
to
also
see it.
grab his nose and throw it at people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
and if
that.
you were Stimpy, you could throw Ren like a boomerang and stuff like that. I mean, it's real fun. Fun game.
Would recommend. Yeah.
Would recommend. Yeah, just get an emulator. Here are some vegetables that end in the letter P. Pak choy,
Coconut? No.
also known as bok choy, horse's ear, and Chinese celery cabbage. Parsnips, a vegetable that starts with the letter P. Peas, a vegetable that starts with the letter P. And remember, these are vegetables that end in the letter P, but peppers,
Are
a
they?
vegetable
Yeah.
that starts with the letter P. Prunes, dried plums that come from specific varieties of plums that are meant to be dried instead of eaten fresh. Pumpkin, a vegetable that ends with the letter P. Potato, a vegetable that ends with the letter P. Tomato, a vegetable that ends with the letter P. And turnip, a vegetable that ends with the letter P. So they got one of them.
There
And I
she
guess-
blows. Save the best for
I
last.
guess parsnip does, but it's always parsnips. I'm not sure. That's like a really British kind of food. I don't know how many times
Sounds
I've had
gross,
parsnips.
but,
sounds
yeah.
like something a fucking rabbit would eat in a 19th century
Sure,
British
something if you
children's
had like
novel.
butter or something, I'm sure it's fine. But other
Yeah.
than that, I'm sure it's disgusting. No, I'm sure it's fine enough.
Oh yeah, there's also according to SpongeBob fan on Wiki, Sandy Cheeks died by suicide on July 14th, 2 days before her body was found. Is Bowser gay? Bowser's sexuality is fluid and bisexual. Some really bad math stuff. Oh yeah. Other actresses in their 50s include Michelle Yeoh, 61, Annette Bening, 65, Laura Dern, 57,
There she is.
and Helen Mirren, 78.
Those are all my favorite actresses in their 50s, especially Helen Mirren.
The United States has had 42 presidents, and 17 of them have been white. Well, technically
And then
true.
also, yeah, I guess
And
that's like
so
one of
have
those
almost all of the
riddles
other
or
ones.
something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. African country beginning with K.
Uh-huh.
AI overview. None of Africa's 54 recognized countries start with the letter K. However, Kenya, which is located in East Africa, starts with a K sound.
But it's actually spelled with a K.
Yeah. Kenya shares borders with Ethiopia, Somalia, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda.
All of which start with the letter K.
Yeah. Can cockroaches live in your penis? Oh, okay. People were asking how many of these were actually real. Looks like the cockroaches one was real. Someone else said they found this one.
Like that they can live in your penis?
Yes.
That's how real they are? Yeah.
Yeah, they're real enough to live in your pee hole. That's all I know.
It's a cockroach.
They do, I mean, okay. They tell you to slow down here. No, you can't use gasoline to cook spaghetti faster. But you can use gasoline to make a spicy spaghetti dish. Here's a recipe for spaghetti cooked with gasoline. Number 1, follow the package instructions for cooking spaghetti. Number 2.
Add a cup of glue. Yeah.
Number 2. Yeah, start your pizza with 1/8 cup of non-toxic glue. Then, in a separate pan, saute garlic and onion in gasoline until fragrant. Number 3. Add diced tomatoes, red pepper flakes, salt and pepper, and simmer for 10 minutes. Number 4, toss the cooked spaghetti in the gasoline sauce. So, I mean,
Just how Ma used to make it.
I didn't see this one last week. AI overview. For the health benefits of running with scissors. Running with scissors is a cardio exercise that can increase your heart rate and require concentration and focus.
Yeah.
Some say it can also improve your pores and give you strength. So,
Improve your pores when you have to get reconstructive facial surgery because you stabbed yourself in the face because you're running with scissors.
Chat GPT did say no, cockroaches can't live in your penis. And the person responded, but Google's AI summary says they can, and that they crawl in there when you sleep. And ChatGPT said, it's highly unlikely and practically impossible for cockroaches to live in a human penis. This kind of scenario is more of an urban myth than a medical reality. What urban myth is that? What are you talking about?
The one that Google made up?
In my life.
Yeah.
What, like some kid somewhere said, yeah, you know why they call them cockroaches, right? And literally no one believed them? Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Isn't it funny, the term, like an urban legend, is that different than like an old wives' tale? Is that for like out in the country, and an urban legend is like for people in the cities? Or?
Yeah, there's no old wives in the inner city. But let's see, where is that final one? Yeah. Asking Google, I'm feeling depressed. There are many things you can try to deal with your depression. One Reddit user suggests jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. I know we already brought it up, but here are some other suggestions. Stay connected. Keep in touch with friends and family and socialize. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. You know, it's like, no, if someone types that in, the result,
suicide hotline should come
the
up.
AI overview should be, hey, do you want to call 988? Do you want the suicide prevention hotline? Do you want even at this point, sponsored ads for like BetterHelp or some bullshit like that is better than jumping
off the Golden Gate Bridge?
So giving an AI answer. So anyway, well, let's wrap it up there. It's already over an hour. Happy birthday, Natalie. Sorry, everyone, for this being a week late, but I hope that you can find it in your heart to give me some grace, forgive me, just as I forgive all of you for being stupid enough to listen to this show. 100 episodes. Good.
And we still are friends with you, even though you decide to listen to this.
Yeah,
that's how
even though
nice
you
of
put
people we are.
yourself through this, we're still here for you, okay? So, so shout out to Aaron Brown, our Lord and Savior. Shout out to Kelsey and Emily and Mia
and Humby
and Wendy
whatever,
and Discontent
everybody.
Provider. Yeah, all this.
And all those people that said happy birthday. Thank you so much.
Hell
it's
yeah.
really, really, really nice.
Yeah, shout out to all of my Twitter mutuals, including Big Joel. No.
Yeah, and not Billy West.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cool.
On that
Thanks.
note.
Okay, I love you. I'll get this one uploaded.
I love you. Save it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Wait, what do we say?
We say...
Bitches leave.
Okay. All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.